My name is Iwan and we are representing All Saints Academy in BBC Student Report. Later on this year, in May time, President Trump will be meeting with North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. Will this meeting lead to a disaster or will it lead to everlasting peace? Let's find out.
We're back. Can I ask for your name, please?
Yeah, my name's Oliver.
And what subjects are you taking here at All Saints Academy?
I'm taking French, Spanish and history.
Oh, nice. Do you know who Donald Trump is?
Yeah, he's the current president of the United States.
And do you know who Kim Jong-un is?
Yeah, he's the leader of North Korea.
What is your opinion about these two men?
I think that their whole nuclear debate thing is completely pathetic and we should just end it now.
Which loads of other people have said, of course. Do you know why we are asking you who these people are?
I know there's a big meeting coming up, I think it's in May.
Which answers my next question. What do you hope to get out of this meeting?
I don't know really. Hopefully some some world peace,
Yes.
if that can be achieved.
Yes. And what are your opinions about this whole situation that is happening between Trump and Kim Jong-un? Do you reckon it's a waste of time? Do you reckon it's...
Yeah, it is a complete waste of time. I mean, since Donald Trump's come into power, this is what's been going on. I think some people are worried about it, but I'm not. I just think it's all completely useless. It's all pathetic.
Thank you very much.
And we're back. What is your name, sir?
Mr. Wright.
And what subject do you teach here at All Saints Academy?
I teach film studies, media studies and English.
Very cool, very cool. Do you know who Donald Trump is?
Yeah, I do know who Donald Trump is, absolutely.
And do you know who Kim Jong-un is?
I do, absolutely, yeah.
What is your opinion about these two men?
I think the problem for the rest of the world is that we have two very thin-skinned, egotistical narcissists, you can look that up when you get home, who are both absolutely convinced that their view is the right view and surround themselves with people who agree with them. So therefore, when there's any kind of opposition, they have a tendency to react pretty much like spoilt toddlers do when they're told that they can't have seconds. And they throw their plates around, or in their case, their nuclear weapons, and say, I don't care, I want this. Now, this would be fine if they were arguing over, I don't know, a hedge, or, your drive is a little bit over my drive, but the fact that they're threatening each other with weapons-grade plutonium is a bit worrying. I mean, I don't know what you know about nuclear warheads.
Not a lot.
Seriously, knock one off a table, and you spend years cleaning that up. They make a real mess. They're really bad.
And are you aware of this interview or this meeting that is coming up in May?
Yes.
And what do you hope to get out of this?
Personally, not a great deal. The difficulty is, this is one of those things that sounds like a really good thing, because after years and years of little or no communication or quite childish attempts at diplomacy and bluff, you now have people agreeing to sit down at the table and talk to each other. What worries me is that already they're both declaring this as a major triumph. Kim Jong-il is saying that, Trump has finally come to his senses and started to respect North Korea because of the power of our nuclear weapons, and Trump is saying at last they've seen sense and coming. So both men, they're coming to terms to respect us and our military strength. They're both going in there convinced that this is a PR triumph for them as an individual, and it's been reported as such. So what you're actually going to have is, I don't think you're going to have an awful lot of compromise, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if the talks break down and you then have both sides blaming each other because they both have enormous problems accepting any kind of responsibility. They will both blame each other for the fact that the talks have collapsed. So no, I'm not expecting any great breakthroughs there at all.
And last question, what is your opinion about this whole conflict between Kim Jong-un and President Trump? Do you reckon it's just a waste of time over two powerful men?
Well, you have to put it in some sort of historical context. This is not a conflict between these two. Remember, Trump's only been in office a year. Previous administrations have been dealing with North Korea for a long time. And so I don't think this can't be viewed just in the context of these two. It's just unfortunate for the rest of the world, like I think I answered this earlier, that because of their personalities, there's an awful lot of ego. I mean, obviously the world would be a considerably better place where instead of thin-skinned, narcissistic, egotistical men, we had women in charge because they're a lot less prone to those traits, which is a bit controversial, I know, but we can live with that.
Well, we thank you very much for the
Slices.
interview, sir. Thank you very much.
Alright,
And that is it.
I'd just like to say thank you to Mr. Wright and Ollie for sharing their opinions and cooperating with BBC Student Report. The only thing we can do now is wait till May time until we can get some true answers. Keep updated. Bye for now.